a world where Nokia reigned supreme, where the iconic Nokia ringtone was a ubiquitous sound in every corner of the globe. This titan of the mobile phone industry, at its peak, controlled nearly 50% of the global market share. Yet in a span of a few short years, this once dominant force crumbled into near obscurity. How did the giant that connected people around the world fall so dramatically from grace? In the early 2000s, Nokia was synonymous with mobile phones. Its sturdy, reliable devices were beloved by millions. The Nokia 3310, for example, was a cultural icon, famed for its indestructibility and long battery life. But behind this success lay the seeds of its downfall. As Nokia basked in its glory, the company's leadership became complacent, convinced that their success was unassailable. They failed to see the seismic shifts happening in the technology landscape, shifts that would eventually topple them. Nokia's first misstep was its reluctance to embrace the smartphone revolution. While Nokia continued to focus on its Symbian operating system, Apple and Google were busy developing iOS and Android, respectively. These new operating systems were designed with the future in mind, prioritizing user experience and app ecosystems. In contrast, Symbian was cumbersome and outdated, a relic of an earlier era of mobile computing. When the iPhone debuted in 2007, it was clear that the future of mobile phones was smart, touch-based, and app-centric. Yet Nokia clung to Symbian, underestimating the transformative power of this new wave of technology. Nokia's second major error was its internal bureaucracy. The company was bogged down by a slow, hierarchical decision-making process that stifled innovation. Engineers and designers within Nokia were aware of the shortcomings of Symbian and had ideas for improvement, but the corporate structure made it difficult for these ideas to reach the top. By the time Nokia realized it needed to adapt, it was already too late. The company had lost its first-mover advantage and was playing a desperate game of catch-up. A critical turning point came in 2010, when Nokia partnered with Microsoft to adopt the Windows Phone operating system. At the time, this move was seen as bold and innovative, a potential lifeline for Nokia. However, the execution was flawed. Windows Phone, while a decent operating system, was not enough to compete with the already entrenched iOS and Android ecosystems. The partnership did little to stem Nokia's decline. If anything, it highlighted the company's struggles to find a coherent strategy in a rapidly changing market. Another factor in Nokia's downfall was its failure to foresee the importance of the app ecosystem. Apple's App Store and Google Play were revolutionizing how users interacted with their devices, offering a plethora of applications that enhanced functionality and user engagement. Nokia's Ovi Store, in comparison, was underdeveloped and lacked the same level of developer support. This oversight meant that Nokia phones could not offer the same rich user experience that Apple and Android devices could, further eroding its market share. The leadership at Nokia also made some critical misjudgments about consumer behavior. They believed that their brand loyalty and reputation for durable, high-quality hardware would be enough to retain their customer base. However, as smartphones became more advanced, consumers began to prioritize software experience and ecosystem integration over hardware. The shift from feature phones to smartphones was not just about adding new features. It was about a fundamentally different way of thinking about mobile devices, one that Nokia was slow to adopt. Nokia's downfall was further compounded by strategic errors in its marketing and product launches. The company failed to create the same level of hype and excitement around its new products as its competitors did. Apple's product launches, for example, were masterclasses in marketing, creating anticipation and a sense of must-have allure. Nokia, on the other hand, struggled to generate similar enthusiasm, and its products often felt like they were playing catch-up rather than leading the way. By 2013, the writing was on the wall. Nokia sold its mobile phone business to Microsoft in a deal that many saw as the final nail in the coffin for the once dominant brand. The sale marked the end of an era and highlighted the rapid pace of change in the technology industry. It was a sobering lesson on the perils of complacency and the importance of agility and innovation. Today, Nokia still exists, focusing on telecommunications infrastructure, networking equipment, and technology development. While it has found a new path, The story of its fall from mobile phone dominance serves as a cautionary tale. In a world where technological advancements happen at breakneck speed, companies must continually innovate and adapt or risk becoming relics of the past. The downfall of Nokia is a complex tale of missed opportunities, strategic errors, and the relentless pace of technological change. It's a story that reminds us how quickly the mighty can fall and how vital it is to stay ahead of the curve. In the end, Nokia's legacy is not just one of failure, but also of the importance of learning from the past to build a better future.